Ashwini ma'am, you can start the session.
Yeah, Sushmita, just, I was just unmuting. I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
you.
no.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
evening, all. Bhargavi, Nageshwaram, am I audible to you?
Yes, madam.
Yes, no? Okay, fine. Let me share the screen. Hold on a second. So yesterday we were discussing about manual testing, that is writing the test cases. So can anyone tell me what is a test scenario? What's the test scenario we discussed yesterday in the class?
R2 test.
Yes, very good. So what to test in the sense? Like, what is that you mean, like what to test? Functionality, right?
Yes, functional.
Any particular functionality which we need to test, that is nothing but a scenario. Okay, so what to test is nothing but a scenario. As one application has n number of functionalities, so definitely each functionality is going to be a scenario. So what is a test case? What do you mean by the concept test cases? Bhargavi? I'm audible to you? Okay, she's on mute. So the detailed actions which we perform in order to test that particular functionality is nothing but the test cases. So what's the standard template, guys? What all do we have in test case writing? What is the standard template? What do we have? Serial number? Yes or no? Then test case ID. Then we have test case objective. Then we have test steps. Then we have test data. Before writing the steps, there is one important thing. Test, directly we can write precondition. Yes. Then we have test steps, we have test data, then we have expected result, and lastly, actual result, expected, actual. Then at last, we have status. So this is how your standard template looks. So we discussed this in detail yesterday. Each test case will be having its own ID. Then we will be having the test case objective, that is what you're testing. That's what we are going to write very much in detail in this particular column. Then there's a precondition for every test case. Then there are test steps, data, expected result, actual result, and status, right? So remember this. Are you clear with this? Both of you?
Yes, yes.
Yes, na? Oh, okay. Now I'll be giving you an introduction to automation testing. Okay, what do we understand, or what do you mean by automation testing? What happens? Okay, what happens in automation? Now, so far we have learned about manual. So now tell me, guys, you have been learning about this since past 4 days. What is manual testing? So far, what do you understood by manual testing? Yes, you need to please answer. Any one of you? Yeah, Bhargavi. What did you understand by manual testing?
Ma'am, in the manual testing, we have
Hmm.
to check whether all the things are going well or not.
Going well or not? Who does it? We do it?
Yes, ma'am, a user.
User will do it. So what is manual testing? Definitely testing an application with reference to what? Requirements. Definitely whatever we are doing everything with the help of requirements itself, right? But provided, do we do everything here is done manually. That is with people. Okay, who are that? We, the people, will be doing it. So, are we using something like, are we using any programming language? Are we using any tools? Are we using here? Did we use in last class? Last class we were doing testing for the Facebook application. Remember, for login functionality. Did we use any tools here? Any
No,
programming
ma'am.
No,
language?
no, madam.
No. Right. Clearly, we were not using anything. That is, we were doing manually. Manually in the sense, you and I, as a person, we perform the testing. So that is what is manual testing. Just we are doing everything manually. We'll be entering an email ID. We'll be entering a password. Then we'll be clicking on the login button. Then what are we checking? Whether we are checking whether we'll be taken to the home page or will not be taken to the home page. Okay, so this is what you're testing manually, right? So whatever it is, if it's working fine, well and good. If it's not working fine, whenever you're getting a defect, you're raising it in a tool. So there's a systematic pattern which is followed in testing. So what is the difference between now manual and automation? Okay, let me take you to one application. Let's go, for example, Book My Show. What domain? What domain is this Book My Show application? What domain does it belong to? Hmm?
Web-based application.
Okay, the type of application is it's definitely web-based, but which domain it belongs to?
It is a intra, entertainment domain, I
Yes.
think.
Entertainment?
Yes.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. So now you guys are very much clear with what kind of application it is. It is definitely a web-based application because without internet, you cannot simply access this application, be it your mobile, be it on your search engine, right? So, and the domain, definitely it belongs to the entertainment industry, right? So domain is clearly entertainment because we are here using it to book the shows. It can be any events also, like some stand-up comedies, some events, some sports, some activities, anything. Okay. So for that purpose, we are using this particular application. Okay. So can you see here, this is one search engine. So do you agree? There are so many different functionalities, okay, which are involved in this Book My Show. When I break down this Book My Show application, you can see there's a sign in button, right? Then there is a drop down to choose the location, whichever location you are, accordingly you will have to do that, right? Then there are different web pages, like there is movies, there is stream, there's events, plays, sports, activities. One whole website has different web pages and there are so many elements present in it. In that, do you agree? This search button is also one individual functionality. Isn't the search button one scenario here, which we need to test? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Okay. Now, for example, I am doing manual testing. What I am to do manual testing, that means I have to test this search bar. Okay, I have to test the search button, which is or which belongs to Book My Show. For example, I type one movie. Okay, I'll see, for example, Thor. Okay, so Thor exists here. Yes, Thor is a movie which is displayed. Okay, fine. What did I do? I went to the search button, then I typed for what? I typed for Thor, and the movie was displayed. Similarly, I enter. For example, I enter. क्या enter करूँ? एक second. This asterisk. Do you find any movies with this name, with the symbol asterisk?
No, ma'am.
No. Immediately, you can see immediately it's giving you a message saying no results found. There I?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then, for example, Love Kush. Okay, randomly, I'm saying, okay, this also a movie is available. Now, then I will test for another data. Like, for example, I will enter hash and I try to see. This is a negative data I'm giving. Do you agree this is the invalid data I'm trying to give and test it? Is it some valid? No, it's clearly not valid. It's a negative data or invalid data which I'm giving and trying to search. Okay. Similarly, I try another movie, for example, जब वी met. Okay, ठीक है. Yes, this is available. What am I doing, guys, in the search bar? What I'm doing? I'm typing everything manually and trying to test how the application, how the search button responds to it. Yes or no? Yes or no? Hello, both of you. Are you all here, Bhargavi and Nageshwar?
Yes, madam.
Okay. What am I doing? I am like manually typing it every time I want to test the search button with different test data. That is, I'm writing a different test case by entering special symbols, by entering some random data, by entering numericals. I'm trying to give the data. I'm trying to check the response. So in this way, do you all feel there will be thousands of test cases which we will have to write here when you're testing manually? Agree?
Yes, ma'am.
To overcome this, what we are doing is we will be using automation testing. Okay. Manual testing is what? It's definitely time consuming. Okay. It's a tedious job. Okay. Wait a second. And definitely we cannot test or we cannot run the test cases for 24/7. Okay, we cannot manually sit there and run the test cases 24/7, and it's a really tedious job, and it's definitely a time consuming. Okay, so to overcome these things, what we are doing automation testing. Okay, the same search bar, guys, the same search bar. Okay, we can automate it. Okay, instead of doing this, we will just write a simple code and we will automate. What is that? What is that we follow is in automation? Look at this picture. I'll show you. Whatever I'm scribbling, is it visible on your screen? The one which I'm scribbling right now on the
Yes,
notepad?
madam.
Yes,
Yes.
it's visible. Okay, fine. Thank you. So let us assume this is one entity, that is, this is automation test engineer. Who is this person? It's an automation test engineer. In future, you guys become manual testers or automation testers. This will be what you will be doing. Okay. Now, what does happen is, this is a person, definitely he should be having the knowledge of programming languages, as well as he should be having the knowledge to automate the tools. What do we do in automation? We use the languages, that is, we use the programming languages and we also use the tools to automate the things on an application. How do we do? First, this is the test automation engineer. Now here he is going to take the help of programming language. Okay. Now, what all programming language does automation support is, it supports Java. Okay. It supports JavaScript also. I'm telling you the languages which the automation supports. It supports Java, it supports JavaScript, then it also supports Ruby, okay? Then it supports C Sharp, okay? It supports Ruby, it supports C Sharp, it supports Python, okay, etc. So these are the programming languages which it supports. So we are going to use anyone. Okay, for example, Java. Java is the most widely used language in automation in most of the companies. Okay, so now these programming languages, with the help of these programming language, we will be writing the code. Okay, this code, okay, with the help of a tool, okay. So there will be a tool, for example, the very widely used tool right now is Selenium, okay. So on this tool, okay, on this tool, with the help of the programming language, what we are going to do, we are going to automate this on an application, okay. Whichever application you can take, we are going to automate the application, and that will give us the result. So what is that we are doing in automation? With the help of the programming languages and with the help of a tool, we are going to automate it on the application. Whatever we were doing manually, that is possible with the help of automation, that is with the help of a programming languages and certain tools. There are other tools also in market. The most widely used is Selenium. Then apart from Selenium, we have QTP in market. Then we have APM. There is Cypress. There are lots. There are lots of tools which are available in market, guys. But most widely is Selenium with Java is used. Did you understand how this is processed? How this happens? What is the procedure for automation testing? Both of you? Yes?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Okay. Take it. Fine. Let me take you to the notepad. Okay, Bhargavi. ठीक है. What is automation testing? So far, whatever I scribbled and explained you, the same thing are here in the pointers. Let us go through the pointers. It's a software testing technique to test and compare. Definitely the same thing we are doing to compare the actual result with the expected outcome. Okay. So this can be achieved. How this is achieved? By writing the test scripts in the sense code. You can say test code, you can say code, say program, say test scripts, everything mean the same. Okay. So we will be writing the script. Where we'll be writing? We'll be writing it on an automation tool. So currently what tool we are using? We are using Selenium. And Selenium, remember, it's the most widely used tool in all of the companies, in majority of the companies. Okay. So test automation is used to automate repetitive tasks and other testing tasks which are difficult to perform manually. Okay, the way I was showing you just now, the Book My Show application where search button itself will be writing hundreds of test cases, right? So that can be done really quickly with the help of what? Tools. So automated testing is performed for large projects, definitely. That requires testing the same area over and over. Something which you want to do repeatedly, instead of doing it manually, we can definitely do the automation. So the test automation performs testing at 3 different levels. Firstly is unit level automation. That is, we use NUnit, JUnit, TestNG. These all are the frameworks which we use. And for API testing, there is Rest Assured and Catalog. And for UI, there is Selenium, Cypress, and Playwright. These are the tools which we use. So this is how the automation testing cycle looks. Everything remains the same, guys. Just there is a requirement analysis. Then we will be selecting one tool. Then we will be selecting programming language. Then the planning, execution, maintenance, everything else remains the same. Why do we need automation? Okay, what's the purpose of automation is we can run the test cases 24/7. So is this possible manually? Can you write the test cases 24/7 and can you execute them all day? Can we do that?
No, man, it is not.
It's not now. 24/7 is not possible. So there is a time limit for us as a human beings, right? But whereas here it's possible. Why? You can start the test from anywhere in the world and any time you want to. All that you need is active internet and tools, right? So you can even do that remotely if you don't have a lot of devices. Okay. So when compared to manual, automation testing requires less human resources. Okay. What do you need? You just need an automation test engineer. Why do we need this person? To write the code. Okay, we have to write the code and run it on the tool. That is it. So you need only one person here, and that very prime person is this test automation engineer. Okay, he will write your scripts and he will automate your tests. Okay, instead of lot of people doing manual tests over and over again. Okay, reusability. Definitely, the codes which you write can be reused, guys. Okay, the scripts are reusable and you don't need new scripts every time. If you're encountering the same functionality again and again, if you want to do perform the same function but just change the data, so definitely no need of writing the code and again, right? It's more simple. Okay, when compared to manual. Bugs, automation helps to find you bugs in the early stage of software. Definitely, this will reduce the expenses, working of hours, fixing the problems, everything. So this can be reduced here. Reliability, automated testing is more reliable. Okay, when compared to manual, this is more reliable and it's way quicker when running the boring repetitive test which cannot be skipped but may cause errors when manually tested. So this is a more reliable when compared to manual. Okay, in manual we have a chances of making errors because humans are involved. In that sense, we are saying that it is more reliable. Clear with these points when we are comparing a manual with automation. What are the things which happens here? Why automation is so much into picture? Clear with this point?
Yes, madam.
Yes, no? Okay. Fine. Okay, Bhargavi. ठीक है. This is just a comparison, guys, between your manual and your automation. So with respect to accuracy and reliability, and with respect to time, investment, usage, and the effort it takes, okay, human effect, and the customer experience. So this is manual and this is for automation. So here accuracy is low because manual tests are more prone to human error. So because here we humans are involved, there is more involvement of humans, and comparatively the chances of making mistakes, that is human errors, are more. Whereas in automation, accuracy is high because there are only tools and the scripts which are used. Okay. So time required manually, definitely we require more time for testing, whereas for automation it's comparatively low. Cost of investment, return of investment is low, but here return of investment is high. This manual is suitable for exploratory usability and ad hoc testing, whereas this is suitable for regression testing, retesting, performance testing, and load testing. So human effect, it allows human observations to find out any glitches. Okay. So here in manual, we have human observation. So as a human, we can make out the any small or minor errors. But when they are automated, there's definitely a less observation of humans. Okay, so helps in improving the customer experience. Here we do not have any guarantee of customer experience. So this is the difference between a manual and automation. Clear with these points, guys? Just a comparison between the manual testing and the automation testing.
Clear.
Let's move on. Clear na? ठीक है. Okay. Scope. What is the scope of automation tester in the market? If you ask me this question. So as a automation tester, do you people also write a code as automation, not manual? As a just in case you get placed as an automation engineer, what do? You will be writing the codes. Agree to this?
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yes, certainly agree because you are the people who will be writing the codes. Okay, so dev team, that is the developer, is also writing a code. So you're definitely again doing a job of a developer, right? So automation tester are what? They are almost equivalent to developer and gets a better salary hike as compared to what? Manual tester. So there are good job opportunity in the market. There are good number of opportunities for automation tester in market, and this is a never-ending field. As the development progresses, testing has to be done. So whenever there is an application, guys, so as you can see, the usage of the applications has increased. It's not that it has decreased. Okay, the usage of the applications is more and more. So when we say there are so many number of applications which are coming in picture day by day, definitely there is a development team who is developing the code for the application. So when there is a dev team to write a code, there should and must be the testing team also to test that code. So that's why this point, never ending field. As development progresses, testing also has to be done. That means they go hand in hand, developing as well as testing. So every manual tester should have a knowledge on automation and becoming. This becomes what? A mandatory skill in an industry. Okay, just in case you start as a manual tester, as a fresher of a couple of years or for 3 to 4 years, it's fine. Okay, you will be into manual. But once when you want your salary to be upgraded, or when you want to switch as in the designation, or you want to move to a good company, so definitely they ask you a new skill set, that is from manual to automation. The requirements are more. So this becomes a mandatory skill for you when you want to switch or upgrade yourself. Okay, so these are the scope or points as a automation tester in market. What is Selenium and tools used? As I said, Selenium is what? It's the most widely used tool in the market. Okay, most of the companies, be it MNCs, everything, most of the companies, they are using Selenium. I'll tell you why they are using Selenium. Selenium suite in the sense everything put together. What all we have in Selenium? We'll be having Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, there is Selenium WebDriver, then there is a Selenium Grid. So these two are merged. That is, you have Selenium IDE, then you have this, it's called as Selenium 2. Then now latest is they have improved, which is Selenium 3. So this is how the architecture looks of a Selenium. These are the parts which we'll be having. Why? Why are we using Selenium so much, or why in the market Selenium is so widely used? I'll tell you. Firstly, it is open source. Open source in the sense, guys, in simple words, it is free of cost. We need not pay any amount or any money, okay, to use this Selenium. This is available and it is free of cost. Okay, that's why it's called as open source. Open source in the sense it's free of cost and you do not have to pay anything to use it. Okay, so Selenium is a free source, that is open source. It is automated testing framework which is used to validate web applications. So you can automate the web applications across different browsers and platforms. So why we are using Selenium? Because it supports multiple programming languages. As I mentioned you people in the picture, Selenium supports Java, it supports C Sharp, it supports Python, it supports Ruby, it supports JavaScript, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So to create Selenium test scripts, testing done using the Selenium testing tool is usually referred to as Selenium testing. Definitely. Okay, there's only one disadvantages of the Selenium, guys. It is used to test only web applications. Remember, Selenium cannot test mobile and desktop applications. Am I clear with this? Very important step. This is used to test only web-based applications. It doesn't support mobile-based or desktop-based applications. Am I clear with this point, both of you?
Yes, madam. Yeah.
Web-based in the sense, just now I open Make My Trip, then I'll open, for example, Facebook, I'll open Instagram, I'll open Mintra, Flip, anything, any domain, whatever domain it is, but only web-based. It will test only web-based application. Okay. So only testing web applications is possible with Selenium. You cannot use it to what? Desktop applications or mobile-based applications. What are the Selenium tools? We have WebDriver, we have Selenium Grid, we have RC, and we have Selenium IDE. Okay, these are part of Selenium. Why is Selenium? As I mentioned, firstly, the very first point is, second. The very first point is, it is open source. What do you mean by open source, guys?
It is a free of cost.
Yes, it is free of cost. Okay, it's free of cost. It's like a community based. I'll show you. Wait. Can you see here? Donate to Selenium with PayPal. Can you see here this?
Yes, madam. Yes.
This is like a community. Okay, even you can donate it, but here, whenever you get any problem or there is any query, there is no dedicated person here where you can contact, because it's a free source. It's a community where you have to report and do. Okay, that's why we say it's a free source. If anybody wants to donate it for the Selenium or for the help of a Selenium or for the upliftment of the Selenium, you can do it. Okay, just I wanted to show you that it's a free source and it's widely used in industry. As I've said, even most of the MNCs also use Selenium only. Okay, not only, most of them also use Selenium. And another point is multi-browser support. That means in what search engine am I opening my application? What is the search engine which I am using?
Chrome, I think.
Chrome.
Chrome, right? Clearly, you have seen since past few days we were using Chrome. That is, I'm using Ashwini, for example. Right now, she is using Chrome as a search engine. Okay, this is my browser. That doesn't mean Nageshwar also uses Chrome, or that doesn't mean Bhagavi also uses Chrome. Okay, one of you can use Microsoft, somebody else can use Internet Explorer. Agree to this? It's a possibility.
Yes, madam.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
that means Selenium will support multi-browser. You open the same application on Microsoft Edge, it will support. You open the same application on Internet Explorer, again it will support. That is, it is not restricted to only one browser. It's not that no, I will automate the applications only where you open them in Google Chrome. If you open them in Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer, I'm not going to automate it. That's not the case. It supports almost all the browsers. Are you clear with this point, guys? That's why it's a multi-browser support. And you already know it also supports the various programming languages. Which are some of the programming languages I mentioned just now? Just before, just 5 minutes before?
Java, Python,
Yes.
Ruby,
Python,
C
C
Sharp.
Sharp,
Yes,
Java,
very
Java.
good. Yes. Remember, it supports object-oriented programming language only. OOPS. Okay, OOPS concepts programming language it supports. It will not support structure-based like C or that like languages. It's not supports. Okay, it should be OOPS. So it supports programming language and framework and also supports across various operating system. For example, my OS is Windows. If somebody's OS is Mac, or somebody's OS is Intel, it doesn't mean it will not work. It will work on most of the operating system, guys. Okay, the same way. The way it supports a multiple browser, the same way it even supports the operating system. Okay, it's not restricted to only one operating system. It also supports various operating systems. And definitely it is very easy to use. Okay, implementation is easy. It's reusable as we write a code and we can reuse parallel test execution. Yes, less hardware is required. That is when you're trying to install the Selenium WebDriver on your machine, that's your laptop or your computer. So there's no much hardware or the space tension for you. Okay, it takes very less hardware and it's easy to learn and use. And as I just showed you on the search engine, it has a community support. There will be constant updates and there is a community support. It's not like there is one dedicated person who will be answering your queries. Okay, that is kind of one disadvantage which you can consider for Selenium. And one more thing, if we talk about disadvantage, advantages are more. But what might be the disadvantage of Selenium tool? What might be the disadvantage? From the points which I mentioned, what according to you, you feel there's a disadvantage of Selenium?
If there any query,
Hmm. There's no like very dedicated person to ask, right?
dedicated.
Okay, yeah, that you can consider. One more very important thing. Can we test mobile and desktop-based applications?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, we can test only web-based applications. So that's also one of the disadvantage which Selenium has, but mostly it has more number of advantages when compared to disadvantages. Okay, just a second. Advantages of Selenium. Selenium is a pure open source, freeware and portable device. That means you can move from one system to another system. Selenium supports a variety of languages. As I mentioned all these languages before. Selenium supports many operating systems, Windows, Macintosh, Linux, Unix, etc. It also supports many browsers. It can be Internet Explorer, it can be Chrome, Firefox, Opera, Safari, etc. Selenium can be integrated with Ant or Maven kind of framework for the source code compilation. These are the frameworks, guys. These are the approaches with which we will automate the things. Selenium can be integrated with the test engine. This is also one of the type of a framework, okay, where even the reports will be generated. Selenium can be integrated with Jenkins. There's also kind of framework. Selenium can be integrated with open source tools and you can also use for Android, iPhone, BlackBerry based application. It supports very less. That means it takes very less CPU and RAM consumption. Okay, it doesn't require too much of memory for the storage purpose. So definitely these are the advantages of Selenium. Clear with this point, both of you?
Clear, madam.
Disadvantage of Selenium, as I have already mentioned, it can test only web application and it cannot test software application and other desktop applications. Okay, it is restricted only to web. If you want to test desktop applications like calculator, calendar, media player, no, will not be able to do. Okay, Selenium cannot access web elements outside the web applications that are under test. Yes. No guaranteed user support is available. We have to depend on the customer communities. Okay. So these are few of the advantages and disadvantages. Mostly we have advantages. There are only a couple of disadvantages which it has. So clear guys how automation is conducted or what we require when we say automation, how automation is done. Are you clear with this?
Clear, ma'am.
Clear, na? Just hold a second. I'll just run and show you one thing. It will take a time to load. This is an IDE Eclipse. It's where you write the programs. Okay. Are you able to see what is happening? Guys, both of you, are you here or not?
Yes,
Yes,
here,
ma'am.
madam.
Okay. I'm just automating one page. What is that page? You know, that is an orange HRM. That is one application. Okay. I'm just trying to check the login functionality. What I'm doing, I'm entering valid username and entering valid password and I'm taken to the home page. This is what is, I'm checking. What is the scenario? Login functionality. These are what? These are the steps which I'm giving. The current framework, guys, which I'm using is Cucumber BDD. So if you have done a little research, you might have heard it somewhere. Okay, this is also one of the framework which currently they are using in market. Now, what I'll be doing, you know, with the help of this framework, I am automating the things. What I'm automating is I'm going to Orange HRM. That is, I'm asking it to open. I'll show you a second. I'll show you the program. Very simple. It is no need to break your head so much. Just I'm showing you how it is done. Okay, this is the website I'm giving it. Okay, go to this orange HRM. Then I'm saying it, go to username field, enter admin. Okay, go to password field, enter admin. These are all things we used to do manually in manual testing. Agree?
Yes,
Agree or
madam.
not?
Yes,
Ah,
yes, yes.
instead, whatever I'm doing it now, I am doing it via code. Okay, whatever I'm doing here, I have written a code for that. I'm even asking the driver to say, I'm asking it, you first go to the search engine. Okay, there's a Chrome driver. It should go to the search engine. That is this driver, which is present here inside my device. It should go and open my Chrome. In Chrome, it should type Orange HRM. Then I'm saying go to username, print admin, go to username, type admin123 password. Then you click on the login button. After you clicking on the login button, you should take me to the home page. This is the code which I am writing, guys, instead of doing everything manually. Okay, for this, we need to go to this testrunner.java. This is just one framework. I'm just showing you how automation looks. That's it. Okay. No need to break your head with these frameworks and all. You will learn it when you enroll yourself into testing. Just notice, see, this is my search engine where it is going for a link, orange HRM, say typed admin, password, clicked on login, and this is the home page. Yes? Can you see how it is automated?
Yes,
Hi, Anna?
madam. Yes, yes.
This is what is automation, guys. Okay. So there are lots of frameworks, lots of things you will be learning. Just I wanted to show you what does this look like. Okay. Anything, any doubts, any questions you want to ask? You're free to ask. Anything regarding software testing. So today is the last day. That's why I have given you all an introduction to this part. So any doubts you can ask me. Any queries? No doubts, no queries? Both of you? Bhargavi and Nageshwar, you have no queries, no doubts?
No, madam.
Oh, okay. If you have no doubts, no queries, then we will wind up. So this is all about an introduction for you people to testing, what is manual testing and what is automation testing, and the difference, how we do testing manually, how we do automate, how do we automate the things, what are the languages which we use, what are the tools which are available in the market. So this is all what you have learned in the past 5 days. Okay. So if you both have no doubts, then we will wind up for the day. Okay. Thank you. All the best, both of you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashwini ma'am. Thank you for your valuable time. Thank you,
Thank you,
students.
Sushmata. Bye. Bye.